Rolling. Rolling, 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 rolling. What? Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
I do think it's weird that like it was Reddit's favorite thing to be like, dude, Limp Bizkit, LMAO, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
Only to have like Gen Z like completely latch on to like new metal and be like, yo, this was fire actually. And then like
That
everyone's
shit is fire.
they got like big I mean, I liked Linkin Park and shit when I was a kid, but like I used
Yeah,
to get
too,
clowned on
yeah.
for it because everyone around me was like, the hell is this?
I know.
And I was like, what do you mean? This is good.
The
You know?
old heads didn't get it.
Yeah, I was watching Dragon Ball Z music videos with like Linkin Park and Broly edits, you know?
Dude, and Deftones.
Yeah. We watched it. Yeah, fucking Freezer.
Frieza.
The Freezer.
Freezer is our word.
Freezers are yeah, dude. No, yeah, and then Fred Durst like had like basically I'm sure he's getting hella residuals again.
Yeah, probably a bunch of people are using his music.
Yeah, I know. That's fire, dude. Good for them. Limp Bizkit, shout out them.
Yeah, shout out Limp Bizkit.
Oh, you know what else had Limp Bizkit? I was talking to Rojo about it last week. Sir Grizz. I was watching Sir Grizz montages and
okay.
in a quest to find video to like edit for the pod.
Yeah.
And like I just was like taken back to like a time when people would make YouTube montages would not give a fuck about like
copyright.
Yeah, like early like COD 3, you'd have like AC/DC and shit.
That is true.
And
that's sort of like something that's missing from like YouTube right now is
it's all moved.
Everything is being forced to be not exactly
it's all moved
original.
to like TikTok and Instagram now. If you want to use copyrighted music for your videos,
that's true.
Without any real care, because they don't think twice about using a song in their fucking TikToks.
Well, people like it because it's exposure. Someone's gonna hear it.
Madden 06. No, I'm joking. I'm not talking about Madden 06 yet.
Sleeping on the Madden 06.
You're not ready, bro. You're not.
I'm never ready for the Madden 06 talk.
I'm on like season 9.
You find any exploits in the game?
Everything. I can make my guys really good, really quick, relative to the computer's AI progression. So I always end up just trading away like people who are on their contract year, like the last year of the year. So I can maximize the value because I don't want to. I'm such a cheap bastard. It doesn't matter how low their overall is. I can develop them pretty well.
So you make money by selling your higher value overall
players, to people who are in dire need in that position.
And then you min max your
draft
level
picks.
players.
Yeah, by getting first round draft picks in the draft. I basically get like first pick, and then I'm like, all right, you guys can have that. The rest of the fucking 300 people left.
Damn.
And it's become so easy that it's like it's almost not fun anymore. But what's fun is being able to make your own storylines. Like I have a guy.
You have like crazy pulls.
Yeah, like like there's this guy that I turned from wide receiver to a cornerback.
Yeah.
And then now he's like 93 overall, and he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. You know.
You should turn a lineman into fucking.
I've done some weird stuff. You know, mostly just receiver to cornerback. You know, I just keep doing that a lot because Randy Moss just retired, who I got to 20,000 career yards, by the way.
He retired like in real life, or?
No, in the video game. He retired like 10 years ago in real life.
Oh.
But, yeah, that's the Madden 06. That's how it's going. I don't know.
Well, for the people who've been wondering what was going on last episode, I missed the recording. I was in Iran.
Oh, you were handling things?
I ran because I couldn't walk.
The fuck out. I don't know.
That's fucking stupid. But it's pretty funny.
I like really bad posts on Instagram so that they give me worse posts, and then sometimes you get some gold in there, you know?
I've
like those big text ones that are just like it's black with just white text.
No,
and it's like got really weird emojis you never seen before.
Those are pretty fun. The strange emojis are funny, but what I was about to bring up is how you don't ever think about the people who just post like their lives and stuff, and then it shows up on your reels, and you're like, is this supposed to be a meme? You know, like, is this a joke?
That's how I feel.
And that's when you get like about the podcast. Hopefully, someone like,
is this supposed to be funny?
Yeah, hopefully it shows up for someone, and then
you're saying that
at least it'll get them thinking. But man, when you view this stuff, like
content.
It's like some like 50-year-old's fucking night out. He's just like posting like his like selfie recording with his friends. I feel like you're talking about
the old dude who wears like the like
it's not just one old dude. It's not just one old dude. There's some people.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Maybe. It's just like observation of how some people are just posting their daily lives, and then they got assholes like us, stumbling in, seeing their fucking daily life, and then people start commenting.
But sometimes people aren't really nice to those guys in the comments.
Yeah, fortunately.
They'll be like, "Yo, Unc, this is fire!" Like, and these guys don't understand the internet, so they're like, "People like me."
They're like, "Yeah, exactly."
That's exciting. That's good. That's
but
wholesome,
then it's part of the cycle too, because.
But eventually, they buy into the hype too much, and they start messaging minors, and it's like, all right,
now that's crazy.
This guy's an asshole,
So there's levels to it. I didn't even think about that level.
No, yeah, there's
That's like the evil gooner level.
It's the arc that happens to almost everybody.
The pipeline. The
Not
fucking niche micro celebrity to convicted sex offender.
Pipeline. It might be really a lot more popular than you think. What happens with YouTubers when they get to a certain level? They're like, I'm going to message a minor. Dude, what the fuck, dude? Why don't you just be normal, man?
Minecraft YouTubers?
You took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say, it's very prominent in the fucking Minecraft community.
Yeah, I was about to say, now it's probably Roblox fucking reel makers. Or
Roblox.
Roblox gamers.
Man. I honestly, I remember being a kid and being like, what is this,
Roblox, yeah.
Whatever you want.
I remember I used to think Minecraft was better than Roblox, but
they're not even. It's like not even apples and oranges. It's like fucking.
Yeah, they're not comparable.
Completely different, but it's not even.
Yeah.
But when you're a kid, you just see the blocky stuff, and you're like, "Duh, it's supposed to be like," and it's not, and you're like, "No, it's not."
And then you think it sucks,
mm-hmm.
But in reality, man, Roblox got staying power.
It's honestly funny how people there's like a knockoff of it too. There's like
No.
Yeah, there's the knockoff of it where like a bunch of brands and corporations are with it. I watched a YouTube video about it.
You think Hoff was hitting the gym so he could stay in shape? Or you think he just got a bunch of surgery? It was like, what, fuck this, I got money.
Oh, someone was cooking the shit out of Drake today about that.
Oh, the Drake BBL?
Someone posted Drake, because Drake posted a mirror selfie.
Uh-huh.
And everyone because he posted it and he's like flexing abs, like, yo, like, Drake type shit.
Yeah.
And then everyone in the comments was cooking him. They're like, yo, this guy's body proportions is like, not to body shame, right? Because everyone's beautiful in their body or whatever. But like, everyone was like, yo, this guy's got like no shoulders. And,
all chest?
Like, what the hell's going on?
All chest, no shoulders?
Drake speaks, look at this guy.
I need to see that because I haven't seen a lot of.
This Drake. Is some De La Hoya level fake abs.
De La Hoya.
Yeah,
is that like a?
Yeah.
Yo.
Isn't that crazy?
He looks Photoshop.
It does. It's really it's just the most. It's and then someone said he looks like Chris Jericho. Someone said they look just like each other, and.
I mean, that's what happens when you get old. I mean, Drake's pushing like 40?
He's already 40. He might actually be 40.
But something that I noticed about the absence of Drake ever since, for those who don't know, Kendrick Lamar slammed Drake.
Breaking news, huh? Yeah,
breaking news from 6 months ago. Power 106, all the dude, Kendrick, at least 2 songs an hour on Power 106, which is like that's what used to be bumping Drake all the time, man. That's where people would get all this like annoying ass music and be like, yo, like this shit fire. Passion with the things you say.
Bezos' wife. Does this podcast suck?
Cultural appropriation.
Is this podcast ass?
Are we cheeks?
Done? Are we done? Are we cooked? Are we washed, King?
That's what cooks you, bro. You're stuck on your phone. You're comparing yourself.
It's a damn phone, huh?
You got fucking old dudes saying, I was involved in 16 murders.
That was a good bit. I don't care what anyone says. I'll stand on that. Hey, what'd you think of Sam's Club versus Costco? We're Costco guys.
I'm used to Costco, yeah.
We're Costco guys.
Nah, I don't want to start with that.
We're Costco guys.
Nah, I'm not starting with that.
You don't want to talk about them?
Fuck those guys.
But they're the man.
They're riding
chocolate chunk.
No.
We should be Sam's Club guys. We should be like ceviche and then just kill ourselves
the
on
Sam's
camera.
Club ceviche was pretty good.
should like they should take a fisherman's hook, like Captain Hook has on his hand, and you should put that on your arm, right? And then you go up to the Costco guy and you'd stick him right in the gooch. Yeah, you stick him right in the gooch, and you just pull. And then that's
I just like eviscerate him from the middle.
Yeah, dude, that's the Costco guy, specifically the father, for allowing his kids to be on the internet the way they have. Because I would really hate to grow up and have to be like
those guys. Definitely need
their life is over. They're forever known as the Costco guys. It's not gonna be a normal life for them.
No, like we were saying, fucking.
Wait,
are they related? The Costco guys.
One of them isn't. Like the Rizzler kid is.
The Rizzler, yeah. So
he's not related.
Wait, what's his name? I was just thinking, I only know him as the Rizzler, and I forgot his name was the Rizzler, and I don't even know his real name.
Isn't Big Justice and them, like, literally, like, their family?
They're just clicked up, bro.
And then they were like, this guy's good. We should bring him along, too. What the fuck, right? Am I wrong?
He's like the friend, like, you have when you're a kid, and then he tags along whenever you, like, do stuff with your family.
Your mom says you gotta take me with you.
But
is the Rizzler related to Big Justice?
What does Google say?
I tried to type in Riddler.
The Riddler? To Big Justice? Why do they even call him Big Justice? Wait, I feel like we're looking way too much into this. The Rizzler doesn't even know how to read. And we're here, like, trying to expand on their lore.
You gotta stop acting like he doesn't know how to read.
He's like 7. Nah, he's like 12.
How old were you when you fucking started reading? Are you joking?
I was probably like 6 or like 5.
No shot. How old were you when you started talking?
I don't know.
They're not even related.
Are they like second cousins?
They collaborate and appear together. They are not family.
So does that mean they could have like a kid together and it wouldn't be like incest?
You want the Rizzler to impregnate Big Justice's daughter?
Nah,
what is wrong with you, dude?
I think it needs to be the other way around. Big Justice needs to impregnate the Rizzler's mom.
Dude. This is a podcast. This is your life. What are you doing? This is your life. You gotta put a hood on it.
No.
I mean, looking at them, it's very obvious they are not related. Oh, he's got a shirt that says the Rizzler.
I know.
In the Godfather.
In the Godfather fucking logo.
Saving this one, that's for damn sure. We got to keep this photo on deck.
Hey, yo, where can we get that shit? Where'd you get your drip?
What's your beef with the Rizzler and reading? Like, you really think that he doesn't know how to fucking read, dude?
I'm pretty confident.
You gotta lay off my boy, dude.
Nah.
Your hate on him is making me a fan. I don't know anything about. I don't even have TikTok installed on my phone.
I guess I'm like adding to like his mystique. Huh?
I mean, you're kind of trying to treat him like Helen Keller, and I don't know how I feel about that.
No, but she could read Braille.
You know that really lame cliche, like she's not real. What is that? Why do people do that?
Like she's not real.
Yeah, that. And
like
you know
she's
what
like
else?
A psyop.
Yeah, like people, it's just people think that
Helen Keller's
so,
like
cool,
the moon landing,
like, so cool and edgy. But if you tell the same person retard, then they like cry at you and they're like, "That's not funny."
Oh, like Helen Keller jokes.
Well,
yeah, they weren't that funny to begin with. One, because you had to know who Helen Keller is.
You know what else is really lame? Is there's like hot girls have IBS, and it's like why are we talking about your shitty
the bowel movements?
Yeah, I don't want to hear
the bowel movements of like.
And it's like, oh, we're bringing awareness. Women are affected twice as much as men. That's what I learned.
Is that
today.
True?
Yeah, I learned that today while doing research because I literally asked Google. I said, "Why is everyone pretending like IBS is cute?"
It's because women are afraid to like poop in a public restroom. Have you ever been into the women's restroom?
It probably smells awful.
It's
you see that video about the guy who was talking about like I went into the women's prison and there was a smell.
Yo, that video was so funny.
He's like, it was disgusting.
That video was funny as hell.
It was just awful. And
that guy, I love the comments on that video.
I was scrolling on Twitter and I found out about this woman who had murdered her best friend with another. So there was a trio. It was a trio of friends.
Okay.
And this woman kills her best friend with her best. Like the two of them, like one of them snuck out.
Okay.
And they linked up, and then they went to the woods, and like they killed her basically. And then she went about her day like for a couple weeks, and even posted like, "Oh, we miss you," and blah blah blah.
I think I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah, well, her Twitter's still live, and I found her Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And I was just digging through her Twitter or whatever. And
you were stalking her?
Yeah, everyone was replying like, because I was trying to see some tweets because she had some out of pocket ones. She had one. She was like, "If only you knew, you'd shit down your leg." And everyone was like, "Only if we knew that you killed your fucking friend, you bitch, blah blah blah." And like, she's in jail and she's not gonna see her tweet. What are we doing here?
Yeah.
What are we doing here, B? And I was like, but anyway, look,
the self-righteousness is pretty strong in those replies.
I looked up her, looked her up. You know, she's looking good.
She's bad.
She's bad as fuck, bro. I mean, I started like, just right then and there, I was ready to start just beating off. You know, I was like,
That's
yo, dude,
crazy.
No, I'm joking, dude. But I just wanted to get a reaction.
You're not joking, bro.
Nah, I wasn't. I was stricken enough to be like, maybe I send her $10 on commissary. Maybe I send her a letter.
There is a Connect, like a prison, like a chat site for.
One of them is set to get released, or is. They're serving 30 years, but they're eligible. They're eligible for parole in 2028. And they just got denied. They just got denied one in May. No, it's not the one that I want. It's the ugly one. There's two of them went to jail.
You know too much about these women.
Yeah, well, I mean, what about it, dude? I'm trying to get some nookie.
Well, like I was saying, there is a website for you to chat with women who are incarcerated, right? Like it's like an Omegle, but like actually, R.I.P. Omegle.
Is Omegle dead?
Is Ben dead? Yeah.
Not for the better.
I lost my virginity on Omegle.
What?
You can't get me to repeat that.
Anyway, fuck.
Nah, we're switching up too much. You never used Omegle?
Nah, I didn't really use Omegle.
I would see like titties on Omegle.
You saw titties on Omegle?
Yeah.
Actually?
I don't know what it is about. I guess it's just that people like to be anonymous. Or not exactly anonymous, like you see their face. Or like whatever they want to show you through the camera. But it's just like the fact that you're never gonna see the other person again. So like people were getting like super freaky on Omegle.
Should I talk about that, like the Berger Picard bit about like
the lore behind our name?
Well, I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh, about Pitbull?
Yeah, I was thinking about Pitbull and like how like he did the same thing, you know? Like
Pitbull might be two guys.
Well, because he like sat there and was like, we need a name, or I need a name. Pitbull, that sounds good, you know, because I'm a fucking dog.
Because I'm a dog.
And then, you know.
Because the Mexicans like Pitbulls.
Well, he's Cuban.
Oh, shit.
Really? You didn't know this?
No.
Is he Cuban? Can you fact check that?
Let's fact check this.
You gotta fact check that. Jamie, pull that up. Yeah, like same thing. We're pretty much Mr. Worldwide, dude. We sit here and we're like, you know, we go around like Berger Picard. That's the thing, right? You know.
Is Pitbull married? Is Pitbull banned in India?
Wait, what the fuck?
These are the Google These are the recommendations. Yeah,
the autocomplete.
This is another one. Is Pitbull a Trump supporter?
Oh, he's Cuban. I'm telling you, he is Cuban.
Pitbull Cuban? Yes. Pitbull, his real name is Armando Christian Perez.
That's right. My
homie Christian Perez. Armando.
Picked
first
Pitbull.
Name.
And then we picked Berger Picard. We're in the same vein. We picked the dog breed and we went, that's us, dude.
He's from Miami, though.
Yeah. Well, we didn't really pick it. It's more like...
I'm in Miami.
It was bestowed upon us by Big Ack, you know?
Yeah, Big Ack.
Our big homie Big Ack, dude.
Yeah, don't... Keep that Ack talk quiet.
Yeah.
Most people don't know about Big Ack.
Dude, he knows everything. At what point do you, like, get home and you're like, man, who even am I, dude? Am I Berger Picard or am I...
Yeah.
Nah, just kidding, dude.
A man becomes his job.
You look at... you look in the mirror and you go, who am I anymore?
I'm surfing the web.
Don't have any real opinions of my own, or am I just doing bits? Am I even a real person?
Yo. are my conversations at work for myself, or are they for the podcast?
Yeah, am I warming up? Am I doing practice reps right now? Do I even like talking to this person? Am I just trying out material? What's going on?
Nah, that's like mental.
Yeah, I'm mental.
That's mad.
I'm mad, bro.
You're mad.
I'm insane in the brain, dude.
You're Cypress Hill.
I'm Cypress Hill out, dude. I'm over here like, you're something you can't understand.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, San Andreas probably has the best soundtrack.
San Andreas?
Vice City's good, but it doesn't really have enough modern stuff. It's too... it has good radios. Like, the radio station peaks, I think, are higher on Vice City.
Okay.
You don't play Grand Theft Auto.
No, not like that.
Wow. Yeah.
You're looking at me.
It's just...
you guys could see his face, it's like really disappointed.
It's just like...
And it's kind of like...
never had that, like, click in your head. Like, I like this game, and you were like, I want to do this.
It's alright.
What'd you play? You
As a kid?
You had Nintendo, huh?
I had a DS, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually what it is.
But I never... So the thing for me is...
I mean, I like Cooking Mama too, but like, come on, man.
Cooking Mama's pretty fire. But I just want to bring up the fact that like your face is so disappointed that I don't fuck with GTA like that.
I think
it's funny that you're like barely realizing this because you're like...
No, I've noticed.
You know a person.
I've known, but it's just like every time I just remember all over again. Like, this guy doesn't have a favorite GTA. Like, this guy didn't have like, oh yeah, my cousin
GTA had Chinatown Stories.
That's not a bad one. I mean, it's misunderstood.
Remember. I think it's because GTA is more like a narrative game.
Yeah,
and it's really narrative heavy, but it's also open world, and those two things don't really add up to me. Like, open world is... I play, Minecraft is an open world game. Like, I could play it for a bit. Build my house, make it look nice, and then, get...
resources.
Get, like, some crazy fucking enchantments, so that way I don't have to worry about building a bunch of pickaxes and shit. But the narrative part, if there was a narrative, it's... I don't know. That's the only reason I never got very... big on GTA is because I like narrative games, but I think it's because I'm used to narrative games being in the form of either like a platformer or more like a adventure game.
My life is like a video game.
My life is like a video game. They don't got any construction video games, bro.
You don't like South Park, huh?
It's alright.
I was gonna make a reference to a Rob Reiner joke that they did, but never mind.
A Rob Reiner joke in South Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, but South Park is like... It's like
it started being too topical.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what my problem was.
And not in a way that's like funny.
No,
or not funny, but like subversive. It's like really on the nose.
And that's what they used to make fun of, like
themselves.
They used to make fun of Family Guy and all them about not being like subversive enough and like it's so on the nose, but it's like you guys just like what?
Well, actually, their argument against Family Guy.
What the problem is the fans, dude. The fans of South Park, they're horrible. They're the reason they do it.
I think South Park has such a big fan base that you can't really say.
Part of the fan base basically said, "Oh man, can't wait to see what South Park says about this. Oh man, South Park, come back. We need you more than ever. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, ooh, I can't wait to see what Matt and Trey are gonna say about this."
How long ago have you seen these tweets on Twitter? Because that just seems like
it's like
people tweeting
when the first
shit.
Trump administration came in office, and then it would they did the whole Garrison.
Dude, that was like Dude, that's like 8 years ago.
10 years ago now, basically. But what I'm saying is that was what started it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it got really aggressive about it because before that they would do episodes that had to do.
They're like topical. Like
they had like satires of like satirizations of like those like I never should have gone skiing or whatever disaster shows.
That was kind of funny.
There's the ski slough one, right? The Shaka Bra, that one's good. Like they have some good episodes.
And then they had the Kanye one.
Yeah, like Kanye was a very early example of them being topical.
That was funny.
It just evolved into being like
Yeah.
Like shit of the week, and it's
like, I think it was when Randy microwaved his balls to smoke marijuana.
That was a good one.
It's funny, but
no, that was a Scarface satire too. Dude, should we get Rojo to do a Kramer entrance next episode? Like, and then we do laugh
in the
track,
middle
like,
of the recording.
Laugh track right here.
Dude, we need the.
You gotta pause. You gotta pause. There's a laugh track break. All right.
Nah, I think
good. That was a good pause because the second one, when I say "all right," we can add like a little bit of a chuckle there.
Yeah, but I think we need like a soundboard. That'd be kind of cool.
We could do it right now. It takes not like more than like 10 minutes of it.
Well, maybe let's save it for the next episode. I think we should cut this whole bit.
We're not doing a soundboard. You suck. You want a soundboard, actually? You think we need a soundboard?
Well, editing in a laugh track and post
is hilarious.
Is a little too premeditated.
Well, it's hilarious.
No, but we would have to.
This whole bit's gonna stay in, and I'm gonna pause it, and I'm gonna have laugh tracks.
Do you see what I mean?
It
like disrupts flow.
Well, you don't actually have to pause. We just do it in post. There's not even like we need to pause for the camera or anything.
Oh, okay. So then it's different. Yeah.
Right there, there's gonna be an audience going.
Ooh. Laugh track's pretty cool.
Remember the Big Bang Theory edits where people would take the laugh track out just to show how unfunny it was? And then everyone was like, it is unfunny and weird. Could you imagine just someone stopping and doing that? And I was like,
oh,
they're
dude,
doing it for the television, idiot.
Yeah.
Stop being the smartest guy in the fucking room. I don't even like the show. I don't think I've ever seen an episode in my life. You know what? My dad likes Young Sheldon.
I've actually... A lot of older people really like Young Sheldon
Why do they love...
For some reason.
You think it's because they like, that kid's so smart?
Yeah, maybe.
What the fuck is it about that
Does
show?
Young Sheldon have a laugh track? I don't think so.
Alexa,
no,
does Young Sheldon have a laugh track?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, does Young Sheldon have a laugh track?
From TVLine.com. Young Sheldon was an excellent show and made even better by not using any canned or live audience laughter.
Yeah.
Damn, no laugh track, dude.
It's...
Special guest today, Alexa from Amazon.
No.
Anyway.
Dude, so you were talking about like Big Bang Theory, and I think I gave it like a more hate than it deserves, especially because I never seen an episode. I never sat down and watched an episode.
I have this really funny story about one of my friends. He said when he lived in Texas for a little while because he moved away from he moved to Texas for a couple 2-3 years. And he said when he was out there, he used to go and hang out and smoke pot with this kid or whatever. But every time he'd go hang out and smoke pot at this guy's house, he would always have Big Bang Theory on. And like he wouldn't have it on like on Hulu. He had like the DVDs, like all the
fire.
All the box
sets.
He had all the box sets, and he would just play the Big Bang Theory, and he laughed like he'd never seen it every time. And
it must be funny.
And yeah, I mean, it must be, dude. This guy was like locked in. He's like thought it was the best thing ever. And so man, he was just locked in. And I just think about that guy sometimes, and I go, man, like I hope that guy's doing all right.
That reminds me of this one time I went to hang out with or like visit kind of like a childhood / family friend of mine, and he was living in the garage and he had like a TV, and this, like we were smoking. I guess we were taking like dabs, and I dead ass like could not
dead ass, bro.
You do not even know.
Boston
this motherfucker was watching Fandango movie clips.
Yo.
On YouTube.
Wait, nah, hold up. Like the ones that are numbered and shit, like the 1 out of 10.
No, Fandango movie
it's not
clips.
Even. Movie Clips is a separate channel. I'm thinking about Movie Clips, the channel.
Fandango, but Fandango movie clips.
So he was on Fandango's app.
No, it was on YouTube. Fandango, they post movie clips on YouTube.
And he's like, yo, that looked like a good one. We should watch that full one sometime.
No, it would be like movies he's seen already. He wasn't even like choosing them. He was just letting them roll
on YouTube. You ever been on the Microsoft store and you just start watching game trailers?
Not unless I'm like interested.
I'm like browsing sometimes on there. Like when I used to have Game Pass, and you just trying to find something that you give a fuck about. God, games are so not fun anymore. It's so sad, but like, it's because we're old. You know, they're for kids. It's games for kids. You know, but we gotta. They make adult games too, but like, go chill out. By the way, not that type of adult game.
Yeah.
But like, they make adult games too, of course. But like, it's like. I don't know. Is it on me for not giving a fuck about Elden Ring or something? You know, I muted that term on Twitter and Instagram
Elden
when it came
Ring?
out. Yeah, I muted that exact phrase because it just was everywhere, dude. And I was like, I don't want to fall for this propaganda. I'm over it, dude. All right, I get it. Dark Souls, but harder, but not. But like, no. Fuck that. I'm Madden 06, baby.
Madden 06 talk.
Yeah, back on the Madden 06 talk.
Nah.
Let me tell you something.
Well, for me, something that that I would, I guess, filter out of my...
Have you blocked terms? I've blocked Sabrina Carpenter a million times on my feed. She just makes it back into the feed in the algorithm. And I'm just like, I'm so tired of seeing this fucking woman. I don't like seeing her like that one Juno. This is her Juno moment, this concert. And then she does the...
What?
So she has some song called Juno. And
Okay.
by the way, I have not learned anything about this woman by choice. Everything has been forced onto my feed in one way or another. But so there's a song called Juno, and apparently she does this thing every fucking concert when there's a part in the song where she goes, "Have you ever tried this one before?" And she's talking about like positions and sex, right?
No.
So she busts some like weird move out every single time. She either like
That's crazy.
she pretends to sit on it or something, you know? She does all kinds of shit. And everyone loses their mind. And then it starts like the most milquetoast chorus you ever heard in your life. She does like, "Have you ever done this one before?" Imitates a sex position. And then she's like, "Oh.
I need to go to a Sabrina Carpenter concert.
And it's so, like, it's just so radio pop friendly. And it's like, why is she acting like Madonna? Like,
well, because she's making pop music.
But like, why is she fucking like doing all that when her audience consists of like teens, like kids?
That's kind of crazy.
But it's just weird because it's like, I don't need to know what Juno moment, the Ontario Juno moment was. Okay,
Holly weird.
They're always doing shit like this is what she did in Auschwitz this weekend. like no, that's not the right term. I said Ottawa, like whatever
in
the
Canada,
fuck, Canada or whatever the fuck. I'm so sorry.
This was the move she hit in Poland.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't need to see that on my feed, dude. I just need to like. I'm sorry. We were going back to saying, what do you try to block out of your algorithm? Because that's what I try to block, and she just finds her way.
Sabrina Carpenter is like the least of my worries, but I would probably block like her fans doing like TikTok, like dances, and then like
me reacting to so and so, aka the song that saved my life. You seen that video?
No.
It's the Taylor Swift fan, and she's sitting outside of the concert. She's sitting outside, mind you. She's sitting outside the concert.
Yeah.
And she's just like with her friends, and they're all sitting around, and like they're listening to the concert just through the wall, because you can still catch it, kind of.
Yeah.
And it's a good way if you don't have the money.
Yeah.
So I'm not knocking them. Good for them. They had a nice little cute moment. But she posted herself. She filmed herself.
Oh, she's like crying and shit, right?
She's like reacting to so and so. The song that aka the song that saved my life, and it starts playing, and she's like
getting super emotional. Yeah. Maybe what if they were drunk?
And then like the other one's hugging her, and then the other one looks fed up, dude.
Yeah.
She's like,
I do remember that. Yeah. That's funny.
That's how I feel when I see Sabrina Carpenter on my feed. I'm like, no. He stole my flow.
He stole your flow.
Bar for bar, dude. Do you like that Soldier Boy? Do you like that Soldier Boy tells all these lies and stuff? And then he had that story he told about the home invasion. And and everyone, he had a home invasion story where he's like, "Yo, one guy came through the back, boom, 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 boom. I lit him up, blah 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 blah.
He's like,
came in through the top, blah blah blah, busted in through the roof." She's like talking crazy. Makes it sound like it's a Spec Ops mission, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone in the comments is just like, here goes Soldier Boy again, lying and shit,
Yeah.
But if the court documents and like the police reports, he had told the story on like somewhere, and someone basically lined up what he was saying.
Yeah.
To like the description in the documents and the police report.
Yeah.
And it was pretty consistent. Like at one point, he saved one of his buddies or something.
No way.
Like it's all kind of like he made it seem like, yo, I saved this.
It's like an action movie.
Yeah, like literally like an action movie. And everyone, just because it's like the boy who cried wolf, right? Like everyone's just so done with like believing this guy and saying anything he says.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Soldier Boy, sure thing. You beat their ass, and then you shot up the place. Cool, whatever. I really believe that. Whatever. And the whole time he's actually being serious. For the first time in his life, he's trying to be honest about what had happened in a situation, and everyone's just like, all right, Soldier, sure, buddy.
Imagine you're suffering from a gunshot wound and fucking Soldier Boy's right there like, I got you, bro. I got you.
You're like getting rezzed by Soldier
You're
Boy.
bleeding out and Soldier Boy's fucking...
like, I'm going to revive you right now. He's like, I got bandages. Hold up.
Holy shit.
Dude,
he's like, I think we got to pull out the arrow.
No, what's worse is getting lit up by Soldier Boy. Like, you met your mate. You met your
fate.
Oh,
shoot. You're planning like a sick-ass lick.
Like the guy who killed, like the baby.
Like, you've been plotting this. You've
been
plotting
right?
This. Oh, in Walmart?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That guy forever, his family forever has to mourn his loss. Associate the baby. When you hear, like, packing them yeah. When you hear Shug by the baby, you're just sitting there like, this guy killed my cousin. That's awful, dude. Like, I mean, and then he get away with it, too.
Do you think he went to, like, therapy? Like, court-mandated therapy after, like, killing someone?
You think the baby had to go to like some sort of like thing like that, and he was talking to them like
for manslaughter cases?
Like, yeah, you know, like I ain't want to do it to the jit, but he don't say he doesn't say jit. He's not from Florida.
Yeah, that's Florida slang.
But yeah, like, do you think he went to like the therapy? And
I had to do it to the mans.
Yeah, he was like, you know, like I don't even know. I can't do an impression of the baby. I can't do it.
Oh, the baby's like, yeah. That's what he does. He's like, yeah.
Back in the middle, my mom.
The baby's
He does.
Remember when they fake leaked his fucking his hawk?
Shit boing, dude. Hey.
You were up on that, bro. You had that picture saved on your phone.
That shit was funny, bro. I used to send that shit to everybody. I made sure people saw that. I was like, yo, look at the baby. I'd make sure it would be like, yo. And he'd be like, yo, I'd like wait for him to reply so I know he's active. And then I'd start typing and delete what I typed so it looked like I was typing something. And then just boom, shit, boy. And then they'd be like, yo, fuck you, man. You feel like Beebs? I feel like Beebs all the time.
Oh my god.
I feel like Beebs all the time, dude, when he's like, what do you mean?
Do you remember when Justin Bieber went to Poland and then he was at like the Holocaust Museum and he was reading like Anne Frank, or I think he went to tour Anne Frank's house and he was reading her notebook and he was like, you know, I think she would have been a believer.
Oh yeah.
And then he got a bunch of hate for that.
Bro, I mean, what's wrong with that? I think she would have been a believer.
Nah, not my shawty.
Dude, she would have been fanned the fuck out. What?
That's my shawty, bro.
Wasn't she lesbian? Yeah,
she was experimenting towards the end of her life. I can't say for certain.
She was a believer then. She would have been in love with Bieber's just like, because lesbians still get that haircut. You know, it's like, what is it with studs and they can't let go of like 2015, 14 haircuts? I'm joking. I'm not saying nothing. I didn't say anything. Anyway, look. But you see, Biebs changed his name on Twitter or on Instagram.
He's like converted to Christianity, hasn't
he? He's always been a Christian. He's been super Christian since the start.
Nah.
Yeah.
You know about the Biebs like that?
Yeah, dude.
You went to church.
We were
with
all
them?
hating on Biebs, bro. We were all hating on Biebs because he was like the man, and every girl.
That's kind of
like,
true. Yeah.
Everyone was fanned out. You know, they were all fanned the fuck out.
I agree with that.
And I was there. I was right there with you. I was making dumb Chuck Norris jokes about how Chuck Norris would kick his ass or something stupid because I was 12 or whatever, right? And you're like, dude, like, Biebs, dude, it's not a man. Chuck Norris, bro. That's a man. Like, yeah, it's just early internet. It's just stupid shit.
The Chuck Norris memes were kind of crazy.
Stupid, right? I mean, for God's sakes. I mean, honestly, now it's kind of funny to look back at.
I think they're stupid to look back at.
That's what I'm saying. Because, like, it's like, but everyone just started repurposing them, you know, for other things. It's like, lame.
What's your point about Biebs? You feel like Usher or do you feel like Biebs?
What, that he
was big, bro?
Why did I bring up Biebs?
You feel like Anne Frank would be a believer?
I feel like Anne Frank would be a believer. But Biebs, the big thing is like, you haven't seen all of his Manic posting for like the last 3 months?
No.
I mean, he'll post like 2.
Maybe this would be something to see on the phone.
2, 3. Yeah, you can pull it up. Just go on your phone right now and look up Justin Bieber's Instagram. I'm telling you, this guy has for the last 3 months been posting like 2, 3 times on him in 10-minute spans, like just mass posting. The exact opposite of how people curate their celebrity profile. And in some ways, I think it's awesome, right? Because it's like, fuck it, dude. Who gives a fuck? But on some other ways, it feels like a little bit like Britney Spears tier, where you're like worried.
Little Bieber,
that's his name now.
Bieber.
I don't know how much you care about this, but I was at the baseball game yesterday, and I was like, I was talking to my buddy. I was like, you know what, like, because we were joking around, like, yeah, we would have made the league, dude, like,
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what my perfect ideal career is? I'm like, I'll play like start my career off here, right? And I play like 2 years now on the Braves, Just 2 years. Then I get traded out in a trade package to like New York, and that's where I play, like, for the Mets though, not the Yanks. I play for the Mets for like 8 years, and everyone loves me out there. And then on free agency, they're not matching my salary, and I get the stupid deal from the Marlins or Tampa, and then they're like, the Rays or the Marlins, and then I get sent down to Florida, and I finish up my career in like 1 or 2 seasons, But the first year I'm there, I get hurt for the most part, and then on my second season that I'm playing there, people go, that guy's on the Marlins now? What the fuck? And then I fade out, I just disappear. And that's a 10-year stretch right there. That's my season. That's my career. 10-year stretch. Just a average shortstop. Didn't really hit a lot of home runs because, shortstops don't hit home runs. But I bet you I get on base a lot. I want to be that, That'd be perfect, because then I want that career where people go, hey, what happened to that guy? I think he went to like the Marlins or some shit. Dude, he was good for a little while though. Yeah.
This is why you fuck with like Madden.
Yeah, sure, why not? I guess so. But nah, I mean,
you think about like players' history like that?
You just don't get sports, man. It's such a fucking, the dichotomy is crazy, because it's like, me and Greg, like, just the idea of it, like, just even bringing this up, he already started riffing with me. He was like, oh, like, yeah, like, like, he was good though. Like, he already knew what I was trying to get at.
Well, I get it. Like, you start off
it's not amusing to you at all.
Playing some shit, and then that's just like a career path for a baseball player.
Yeah. But like most people have dreams of being like the man, right? They want to be.
Oh, I see the joke now.
Thank you. Because it's like, because most guys just sit there and they're like, dude, I want to have like my face on the Wheaties box. Yeah. It's like, nah, dude, I'd rather just kind of be around. And
they expect to be like a star player and shit.
Just want to be the hometown hero, dude. I just want people to go like, yo, Eric Ibar, he was really good. I want people to go like, hey. I
went to high school with that guy.
Yeah, literally, like, oh, what happened to Ian Kennedy? He was nice.
Yeah, but
or what's another name I could drop? Like in I could drop some football. Otani, obviously. Like in football terms, it'd be like, hey, whatever happened to like Jake Delhomme? He was cool for a little while. He played for the Browns, huh? At the end of it. Damn, that's weird. Forgot about that. Yeah, he was cool. Jake Delhomme's not even an obscure name, but it's like a name I could drop. You know what I mean? In basketball terms, it'd be like, hey, what happened to Ben Gordon? Yeah, Ben Gordon was good, huh? He was cool. Hey, remember he went to like the Pistons? I think he went to Charlotte.
Dude,
for a
these are
while.
All just names.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Well, like, this is the point, like, and then with remember that photo that was like when you're at a Super Bowl party with your uncle who hasn't watched football in 10 years, and then he's like, cuidado con el Tom Brady. Yeah. And it's like, fool, that was been retired for 5 years. What are you talking about?
See, I would bring up Tom Brady. I didn't even know he was retired.
Well, I mean, I'd hope so. He's been playing since like 2002.
Oh, so you don't even know if he's retired?
No, yes, I know if he's retired. He's he's one of the owners of the Raiders now. Like, he bought part of the team.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's like, yeah,
making plays.
He's making plays, dude. That's TB12, bro. That's the Brady system, baby.
Did
you know he tried to launch a menswear brand?
Yeah, I believe it.
On some like municipal like Mike Wahlberg type stuff. Which, by the way, For the listeners at home.
The municipal hype.
I got municipal in my closet, right?
Yeah.
I'm a fan, baby. I got that. I got the designer on me, drip, you know?
Designer on me, drip.
Dude, Mark Wahlberg's the GOAT, dude. I love Mark, dude. Every Sunday, he posts like a happy Sunday, everybody stay blessed up.
No
or
way.
Stay prayed up. Yeah, stay prayed up. Because you know what? And even that, he's crazy. He's even commercializing that. Because he has the Hollow app, you know, which is like it's Duolingo for Catholics, basically.
Yeah.
It's like you sit there and you pray and it gives you a streak and stuff. I mean, I got it on my phone. I can't hate, you know. Fucking. I gave him the love, you know. I showed Mark Wahlberg some love, dude.
No.
I showed Marky Mark some love, dude. I was like, I'm gonna download.
Mark?
Yeah, dude, that was when he was a rapper. You don't remember he was a rapper?
Wait, that's who Marky Mark is?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Is Mark Wahlberg?
Good vibrations. You ever heard that song? You don't know about
That's
this?
Mark Wahlberg?
Where he's like, yo, fellas. And you know, you could totally tell he wanted to say, and he had to say fellas, you know?
Yeah.
Huge congratulations. One of the best things to ever happen in recent memory happened this other day.
Big dog.
Our big dog, our best friend, our dear co-host, Rojo.
Yeah.
Promoted to purple belt. He is now a fucking purple belt, fellas. Hey, if you just clap it up. Rojo, dude. Fucking purple belt, baby. Let's go, dude. We made that. We talked about it. We had said when he first appeared on like our fucking second or third episode, whatever it was.
The oil check.
Yeah, the oil check one, the Martin Shkreli oil check one.
Yeah.
That's he came on and I introduced him saying, hey, this guy's a blue belt. He'll be a purple belt someday. We didn't know someday. It was like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, it was like a month later.
Yeah, like, you know.
That's pretty fast.
That's awesome, man. No, well, he'd been at it for years. It's like his 5th year training at this point. Because remember he started just before COVID?
No, I don't have a timeline like that.
Okay, well, I remember he started before they shut everything down. And then he was like, fuck, I just want to train.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, man, I mean, congrats, bro. Purple belt's a big deal. Can't wait to have him back on. I mean, he's supposed to be here right now. It's just that I think he's working or something. We always record on Sunday, so.
They probably don't even care. Imagine you're working at an office and then people find out, oh, you got a podcast?